Guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're over on the free-to-play account on our test server, and we are checking out the new trial hero, Framton. I want to see really how good he is. We're going to use him in a couple formations so we can kind of test him. Interesting enough, he is a warrior. A lot of people wanted him to go the ranger spec, but he is a warrior, and we do have a couple warriors out here that are pretty good. So overall, they did give him to us as a plus 26. Unfortunately, not a full plus 30 signature item, but we did get the 3 of 9 furniture in there. So we're going to go through, we're going to run him through a couple campaign stages. We're on 33-8, so not too far in the campaign in chapter 33. As this has kind of gotten a little bit easier with the campaign progression, it's been kind of interesting to see because most players can push from the beginning, usually, especially with a free hero like this, through 10, 20, 30 stages relatively easy. When you start getting into multiple teams is when a lot of players start having difficulties with the survival aspect. So in this one, I'm going to do the 5 pull just because I want to see exactly what he's going to do being in the front line. So we'll have the combination of pulling the enemies in here, bringing in the 5 pull. I'm going to drop Sophia in this one, and I just want to see again how he can kind of work. You can see 15 blaze points right there. Puts up that little shield around him. And look at that, guys. Putting the enemies together, he does kind of an AoE stun, as we've seen right there, which is awesome. It could really be beneficial to have him in a role such as this. I want to play it one more time and show you what I'm talking about. So right here, the initial pull together, 5 pull, boom, he buffs up. Here comes the stun, guys. Watch this middle section right here. Boom, he stunned everybody but Ogi. Ogi was a little bit too far back. So I think this also could be a solid combination with him. In this formation, could put, instead of Queen in this formation, possibly even swap out Lucretia in the formation. Would be very cool to see. A considerable amount of damage, guys. 24.31 million damage. A lot of other players have also said utilizing him, and we're just going to reset this one. Within the Screg Invade. So here, we'll take this one out. We'll go with a couple Maulers here, including both of these heroes. So the Screg Invade, remember Screg having that 9 of 9 furniture really does make a huge, huge difference when it comes to the survivability in here. But Screg Invade, we've seen it a couple different ways. We've seen it in here with Rowan for a possibility backline. We've seen it built with Antandra. Also, we've seen it with Skarath. That way we can pull it in with Lucretia as well. Double Hypogen heroes might be pretty good on this, but essentially we want Screg to come on this enemy side. We're going to have Framton and Lucretia on the enemy side, which is going to be really good. And then, of course, we're going to have Skarath pull all of these heroes together, which I think is going to be beneficial. One, for the AoE stun that we just seen Framton do, but also Lucretia with that Hellfire ability is going to do the same thing. It's going to pull everyone together. So Screg ults super fast, guys. So here he goes. He is on the enemy side right there. And now we just have to pull all of the heroes back here. So with Screg's 9 of 9 furniture, remember they have a damage mitigation factor, which is awesome. Framton has that built in as well. Framton also does have a couple other things, including the ability to negate the health regeneration, which is awesome in there as well. Building up with Lucretia, I think he might provide a solid crowd control aspect with just the combination of her. And there's the ultimate ability, guys. Took Brutus sky high. And again, that's another one that I do want to see. Because when he ults, he actually takes a hero. It looks like he takes a hero out of the battle. So you'll actually see him take Brutus completely out of this battle. Just like a super suplex out of the air. Kind of like a dive bomb aspect right here. So here comes the ultimate ability. We have all the heroes together. Let's see, he's waiting to ult till this immunity ends. He already has the energy. Once the immunity ends, in just a second here, you'll see him take off with Brutus. There it is. Boom, ultimate, gone. Boom, there comes Brutus with the giant Piledriver right there. Very cool looking. I think overall, he is going to definitely have some viability. As strong as he is, again, I know in the test server, we don't have the ideal heroes. We don't have really high level deficiencies, but ultimately I could see him even running in a combination with Ulna. just for the fact, which we don't have Alna in here, but giving him immunity. And that would be interesting to see exactly how that would look. I know we run Alna Grez, but ultimately, if we could free up some of the heroes like Grez to be in a Graveborn formation, if we could get him to scale, again, I could see this guy really fitting into a couple different formations within here. Honestly, I like the Lucretia. I like him replacing Queen in the formation. But that's one of the big things that we look at with some of the heroes is if you're building out Queen and you have Queen, Queen is already at 5 stars. What is the point of replacing her with another hero like Framton that could do essentially what she could do when you already have Queen built? And Queen is super easy to build because she is a dimensional hero. I could also see this working super well in some formations, again, running with Screg in this formation, but also possibly looking at heroes like Zafriel. That way we have Zafriel coming on the enemy side. We do have Screg coming on the enemy side. We have Framton coming on the enemy side. That could be a really, really strong combination. A lot of players also like to run heroes like, not Rose, like Rain in here, just because when she puts the buff up on the side, they're going to get a 30% damage increase if you have her furniture built. We've also seen a lot with Peggy, because with an invade comp, it's very interesting because they go on the enemy side. When they get on that enemy side, her guards will be on the enemy side, which again makes it a little bit different. And also remember, guys, Peggy, as we know her today, she is a support hero. So when you look at support and regen, and then you couple that with the Elder Tree, it can actually be a pretty strong combination on the enemy side. I could also see builds in here with possibly looking at a Strilda, or possibly even looking at our new Graveborn, which I'm not sure if I have him here. But the Graveborn hero that does his charge. I'm drawing a blank on the name right now. Right there. So Treznar. So Treznar being on the enemy side, again, really pushing back. I could see a Strilda on the enemy side. I could see Treznar on the enemy side. Other heroes such as like Antandra, I could definitely see having Antandra built out and being on that enemy side. It's going to be interesting because he is bringing a couple different factors that we'll look at right now when it comes to the team comps because of the build that he has, guys. Because here does a significant amount of damage, plus he does a stun. Very cool with the Blazing Meteor. That's when he does kind of like the Piledriver. Fist of Fire, again, another pretty strong one. This allows, he is immune to control effects, which is very cool. But if the enemy's target or defense are higher, which most of the time level deficiencies they are, Framton raises his own to make up 50% of the difference. Very strong. Burning Vengeance, of course, which is the normal attack. He does quite a bit of damage with that flaming kick right there, which is awesome. And then the Flaming Feast. This is his blaze points that allow him to do a considerable amount of damage, but also enemies are unable to recover health for the following 5 seconds. So when you have shielding enemies or when you have health regeneration enemies, it's going to be really strong to see him built out with a couple formations. I could even see running an invade team with possibly having like a Mortis in the back. So running a solid combination with Screg, Framton, and then even Skarath, bringing them together. But we want to save Skarath for the 5-pull. But again, I could see a Strilda. I could see Treznar. I could definitely see if you have a Zafriel built. I could see Mortis up here for a considerable amount of buffs in the back. Just because once he buffs up 1 or 2 of these targets, they are just going to destroy this enemy side. You could even look at the possibility of running like a Kren. So running a Kren in the bottom, having 3 or 4 enemies actually come to this side, and Kren laying down the cover fire that he has with some of his abilities. So overall, guys, I am super impressed with Framton. I think he is going to fit into a lot of different formations. Majority of the time, I'm not really sold. I'm not really bought in on some of the heroes, but it seems like he has what we're looking for with any hero. You have the crowd control immunity. You have the damage mitigation. Even looking at the signature item, when Framton deals damage to an enemy, he recovers an amount of health equal to 180% of his defense rating. So he has a healing effect. He has a lot of mitigation in here. Then, of course, coupling it with the furniture, which again is allowing him to do significant more damage and getting that Flame Feast up faster. Then you couple in the level 4 abilities, draw enemies that are positioned above and below him. So you could even drop essentially Skarath out if you have him at that plus 30 engraving, working in the 5 pull. I'm not sure if off the bat this is going to work, or if it's the middle position. That's what I just wonder, above and below him. So if you put him in the middle, it should essentially pull all of the enemies on both sides, which unfortunately we didn't get any engraving with him. We're not strong enough to get that. But if he could essentially fill in the spot that we see with Skarath, it's going to be very cool as well to see how powerful he is. Does a considerable amount of damage. Again, has a lot of factors that we look for when we're looking for heroes within AFK Arena. So guys, he should be up on the global servers on Tuesday. So if you're looking to build him, definitely, I can see, again, a lot of players building him out very fast because he has what we look for in core AFK Arena heroes. So guys, let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.